Hello guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. I'm Geneva. This is Geneva in general, and again for the last time, okay? This is my third video of the night on Christmas Day. Merry Christmas to you guys, okay? All my videos today I just wanted to be about positivity and good news that's going on in women's basketball. So I have an article for you guys titled WNBA reportedly eyes international games for Caitlin Clark's Indiana Fever. Since the WNBA has grown exponentially in the past year, yes it has, especially thanks to the arrival of rookie stars such as Angel Reese, Cameron Brink, and of course, Caitlin Clark. It says it's been reported that Clark has helped boost the league's viewership and break attendance records, and it seems like they want to capitalize on her fame with a major plan. The WNBA is not oblivious to Clark's stardom, and according to sources, eventually will schedule a Fever game overseas to capitalize on her Q rating, Tom Friend wrote for the Sports Business Journal, according to Sports Illustrated. The Q score is a metric used in the United States to measure the familiarity and appeal of a brand, celebrity, company, or product. I never heard of that. Privately, the plan is to market the Fever like they're America's team, Friend added. According to 10 minutes of the Associated Press, Indiana Fever games featuring Clark drew an average of 16,084 fans, nearly double the 8,552 average at non-Fever games. The Fever also set a record with an average regular season attendance of 17,036 per game, totaling 340,715 fans, a franchise high. The Los Angeles Times reported that Clark's regular season games played 1.2 million viewers, a 200% increase compared to games she did not play. Additionally, WNBA TV viewership saw a 300% overall increase attributed to Clark, with Fever games accounting for 45% of the league's total broadcast value. Again, I'm a numbers girly, guys. If you guys don't know, I'm a finance major. I like seeing things like this, breaking down statistics, figures, and numerical data, and just analyzing that data and seeing how you can have more growth for the league overall. So it says, has the WNBA played overseas before? It says yes, the WNBA has played games outside of the United States before. The 2023 and 2024 WNBA Canada games were held in Toronto and Edmonton, okay, while the Atlanta Dream played a preseason game against the Great Britain women's national team in Manchester, England in 2011. Another WNBA preseason game was played in Monterrey, Mexico in 2004. Again, it kind of drew a lot of controversy, with some controversy, when people are saying that, the WNBA is trying to position the Indiana Fever women's basketball team as America's favorite team. You know how like the Dallas Cowboys and the NFL, they kind of have branded the Cowboys as America's favorite team, right? They're like, you know what? It's kind of weird and odd. Even some Indiana fans and Caitlin Clark fans were saying, like, it's weird to position us as America's favorite team, right? It's just like, it's kind of like doing too much. But again, it makes sense for the WNBA to capitalize off of the popularity of Indiana Fever, its fans, and the craze of Caitlin Clark, okay? It's called Clarkonomics, right? Like, again, I just read you the figures, the numerical data, the information, the numbers. This has been a huge increase in attendance, jersey sales, merchandise sales as it pertains to Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark specifically, right? So it just makes sense to grow the sport, grow women's basketball, specifically the WNBA, make it an international thing. We got to start playing some games internationally. Now, again, it's already been some rivalries that's going on this past 2024 WNBA season. And in this article, it mentions that the WNBA has actually played games overseas before, such as Edmonton, Canada, Toronto, Canada, and Manchester, England. My first thought was, of course, like in 2025, we need to play an international game, Indiana Fever, come in Toronto, right? Again, we have another expansion team coming out, and it'll be called the Toronto Tempo. Okay, it got leaked online, of course, in WNBA fashion. They didn't mess around, leak the name, the cat's out of the bag, even though I said they should be named the Toronto Terror, okay? But nobody wants to listen to me, okay? The men's side of the NBA league, the basketball, they got the Toronto Raptors, okay? That reptilian theme. When you have a group of T-Rex or Tyrannosauruses, the T-Rex dinosaurs, right? When you have a group of them, they used to call them a terror. I'm like, the female team, okay, the Toronto Raptors, the females, we should be called the Toronto Terrors. But no, nobody want to listen to Geneva. Let's name them the Toronto Temple. Like what? But again, Canada is just right up above Indiana. Again, I'm from the Midwest as well. I'm from Ohio. Indiana is right next door to where I grew up in Columbus, Ohio. Again, like Canada, Toronto, Canada, and more specific, is not like that far away. Like it's a jump, skip, a hop, and a plane ride away, right, from Indianapolis, where the Indiana Fever team headquarters is. To me, I say in 2025, we need to have an international matchup for the WNBA league. Have it be Indiana Fever versus one of the three rivalries, okay? If you guys haven't been paying attention, a lot of the fans on both sides, right? And WNBA fans as a whole. Of course, you got Indiana Fever, one of their number one rivals, the Chicago Sky. That would be a great game to see play out in Toronto. Or you can have Indiana Fever versus the Las Vegas Aces. Okay, that's a rivalry there. Or Indiana Fever versus the Connecticut Sun. Again, have the game be broadcasted and played in Toronto, Canada. Okay, again, also obviously, again, like it'll be a new team that's going to be expanded there. Come 2026, it'll be the 13th team of the WNBA. Okay, I'm sorry, it'll be the 14th team. Next year, the 13th team is the Golden State Valkyries. Okay, but 2026, number 14 will be, now as we know it, it's the Toronto Tempo. So while we are, having these Indiana Fever games, a couple of them becoming matched up with one of the rivals come 2025, the WNBA season in Toronto. We can also do the expansion draft there and just like hype up the city, have the people in the world, become more excited at the prospect of the Toronto Tempo team. Hey guys, comment down below your thoughts on people seeing the controversy of trying to, position the Indiana Fever team to be America's favorite WNBA team, right? Like the most popular team. Also, I think it's a brilliant idea. It's a genius idea. We need to grow women's basketball. We must grow the WNBA internationally. I say yes. Like they've done it in the past. They played games overseas in England and in Canada. I say in the upcoming 2025 season, have the Indiana Fever play in Toronto, either Connecticut Sun, Las Vegas Aces, or the Chicago Sky.